or two in the afternoon.
All right, ready? $2.80 for the pork, $3.50 for the buttered noodles, $1.50 for the roll, and $75 for butter. It's like you have calorie Asperger's.
All right, well, that's a brief clip from a new movie premiering this week on Netflix. To the Bone follows a woman struggling with an eating disorder. It's a struggle many young people face today. Joining me now to talk about the movie is Johanna Kandel, founder and CEO of the Alliance for Eating Disorder Awareness. Thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. This film sparking a lot of debate. You were telling me about all of the national magazine publications and newspapers contacting you, wanting to know where you guys stand on this whole thing. You've done some research on the movie. What are your thoughts?
So, big picture, I'm very excited that the conversation is being had about eating disorders. Historically, eating disorders have been very shamed, stigmatized, and in fact, a very taboo subject. So the fact that a major motion picture with a name like Netflix behind it is bringing this information to millions and millions of households around the globe, if you will, is very exciting for our field. The fact that conversations are being had. I have concerns that, number one, this film actually glamorizes the disease, sensationalizes it. I haven't seen the film, I've just seen the trailer. And of course, you know, the main character, it sort of reinforces that archaic stereotype of who develops the eating disorder, what the individual with the eating disorder looks like, when in fact eating disorders affect everybody from 6 to 96, every color, sexual orientation, body size. It doesn't discriminate.
And so you said to me that one of the concerns is that it's a playbook, if you will, to how to have an eating disorder, and you just never know what audience you're playing to, and that's the concern.
Absolutely. So for individuals that are susceptible, at risk, or in fact struggling with eating disorders, this may be a, like you said, a play-by-play. This is how to develop an eating disorder. Now, eating disorders are biologically based, so you can't just learn how to have an eating disorder without the genes being there. However, you know, if someone is struggling, this may trigger them into a relapse if they're new in their recovery, or it might show them how to become better at their disease.
And so what's your advice then to parents out there? What's your advice if you have a friend who you know wants to watch it? What do you tell them? Because again, you know, you kind of go back to, wow, this is an important conversation. Again, I know it hits everyone, but you know, if you have a young lady that you're raising, this is a great conversation to have. So do you tell them to watch it?
I say proceed with caution. You know, I do believe from what we've heard that Netflix is going to put a disclaimer on the film at the beginning. You know, if someone is early in their recovery, I would say I would not suggest. If you think that they are going to watch it anyways, someone who's not struggling, but if you have that young female or male in your house, in fact anybody, have a conversation about it, watch it together. You know, have that dialogue and know that you have resources in the area like the Alliance that you can reach out to for support groups, for referrals to help, and just for the understanding and the knowledge that if you are struggling, that there are resources, and with help and proper treatment, full recovery is possible.
All right, To the Bone will be released this Friday. To learn more about the Alliance for Eating Disorder Awareness, we've set up a link on our website, WPBF.com. You guys are a great resource, and you probably have a lot of people reaching out to you as they proceed with caution, if you will, for this new movie. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.